Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome to FIFA 18, and more specifically the start of a brand new career series. But this time it's not Sidemen FC, which we did on FIFA 15 16. It was 16. We are doing one with the brand new team that has been added to this week after they got promoted from the Vanarama Conference last season. That is Lincoln City. But it's a bit of a twist. It's going to be a career on world class, but I've added myself and a few of my mates that live in the same village or live near, and we are going to be playing for Lincoln in this career that's hopefully going to span from League 2. We're going to get to the Premier League, we're going to get in the Champions League, we're going to get to win the Champions League and the Premier League with them. But let's have a quick run through the players that I have added. Let's go on position, and we are going to start with Harrison Bird. He lives in the village. He's quite a tall lad. He doesn't play football that much, but I think he's going to be a pivotal part of this team. Put him in goal, number 31. I wanted to add squad numbers that weren't already taken by the current Lincoln team, play around them, but once we get more into it and we become more regulars in the team, then I might change the squad numbers. But for now, Harrison is going to be number 31, 65 rated, so he's actually the highest rated keeper you can see on the left hand side, so he will be a starter from now. Next up is our right back, and that is Mark Rowett. He's a very small player, very quiet, a bit introverted, but I'm not really gonna gloss into that. Yeah, he's playing at right back, number 24, because he was born on the 24th of February. 66 rated. He's got great potential. He's pretty quick, good crosser of the ball. But right back seems pretty good because he can do overlapping runs from whoever's down the right hand side, putting those crosses for whoever's up front. But we'll get to that. Next up is Tom Primmett. He's a mate that's used to live in Langworth, where we live, but now he's moved to more in Lincoln. He's a strong player. He's a big player, and yeah, he's going to fit in at centre back because of that strength. And yeah, that's another thing. 67 rated, slightly better than Mark Rowett. Next up is Louis Cook. Louis actually in real life plays rugby. He's a very very strong, tall person. So I thought, you know what, centre back next to Tom, a good partnership there. Both very strong players, quite quick, both of them. Louis 66 rated, number 6, because 6 actually wasn't taken, believe it or not. Now on to our left back, and that is Harrison's brother, who plays in goal. It's his brother Henderson Bird. I put him at left back even though he don't really play there. He's not really a defender. He normally plays in goal, so maybe I could have switched him around, but I feel like out of the two, because Henderson actually plays football, it's probably best that he's out pitch, put Harrison in goal, because Harrison's taller anyway, so he fits better. Yeah, 66 rated. No, those ratings for now are the very same, but it's going to be interesting to see how good everyone gets. 2 centre mids now is Kyle Green. Kyle lives in the village, known him quite a while. Again, he's a very strong person. Maybe not the quickest of players, but he's got good both feet, because I still really don't know what foot he is. I think he's right footed, but he can actually use his left foot. Got decent power. So centre midfield is good because he's got alright defending stats with the strength and being able to hold the ball, and then he's got that shooting presence from midfield. Alongside him is Jordan. Normally Jordan goes in goal whenever we play football out and about, but I actually asked him, do you want to be in goal or do you want to be somewhere else? He said, you know what, I want to be in centre midfield. So him and Kyle are great mates, so hopefully they form a great partnership on the field as well as off it. John again is very strong. He's a very aggressive character. He's got a very strong personality, which is obviously great, so I think that he will fit alongside Kyle very nicely. Next up we have myself. I normally do play that centre attack mid role. Number 8 was taken by, I think, Palmer, who's a striker, but because his stats aren't very good, I thought, you know what, I want that number. I'm going to make that number my own at Lincoln, and yeah, I'm quite quick. I don't possess great strength. I've got alright shooting capabilities, good passing range as well, both short and long, so and that's just me hyping myself up. But yeah, that's me and the team. On the right hand side is going to be Ray. I've actually known out of everyone Ray the longest. He's about the same age as me, same year at school. Ray is right. Let's try and work our way out for what he's good at. He's good at skill and flair. He's good at dribbling. He's quick. He's got a good finish on him. Can use either feet. Like, I think right forward is going to be perfect for him because he's got good passing range as well. He is a complete player, and I think right forward will complement him quite well. 68 rated, so he's slightly higher than all the rest because I think I'm 67. Got Ray as 68, number 18, which is fine. Then we come on to the left hand side with Fraser. Fraser is actually Louis' brother. So again, we've got two brother partnerships in this team, which is going to be quite key. Fraser again is very good at dribbling. He's got great flair, great finesse about him, which is very key. I did actually play a kickoff game before actually starting this, and I noticed that Fraser, he didn't fare very strong on the ball, and in real life he has actually put on a bit of muscle, so he is actually quite a bit stronger. So I think left forward, him and Ray have got very good flair on those inside wingers. Then we've got Henderson and Mark overlapping them as fullbacks. But yeah, let's get to our striker, which is James Stocks. Very good friend of mine, and honestly, there's only one position from me. He plays striker when he played for his Sunday League team, but he doesn't play anymore, I don't think. Very good finisher, again, very good flair player, very creative, got good passing, good in the air actually. He's like a very good all-round, and we could actually see his attributes. We'll quickly check James's. I decided to give him 85 acceleration, 85 sprint speed. He's quick, but I wouldn't say he's like overly quick. All the players I've made have got 99 stamina, so hopefully we can play a lot of games in this season. One thing I have said, because it is actually going to be increasingly difficult to keep hold of all these players because we're higher rated than the average Lincoln team, so it's going to be hard as this career goes on. Say like we get out of League 2 into League 1, then clubs might actually come calling for these players, so it's going to be very hard to keep hold of. I've made sure that none of the players have release clauses in, and before I even started recording this, I did make sure that everyone's contract was at least over a year. I think if we go on financial, I don't think anyone's got a 1 year contract now out of all of us. No, we've got Harrison with a 2 year, Tom with a 2 year, Kyle with a 2 year, Fraser 2 year, James. You get the idea. 3 years for Jordan, 3 years for Henderson, Louis, Ray, Mark, and I think I'm the only one that's got a 4 year deal, which is actually crazy. But yeah, it's going to be hard to keep all these. So I do have a rule: if we can get a good price for the player and they want to leave, I will let them leave, because I've still got the proper linker players like Matt Reed and players like that. But it's going to be very hard to keep hold of them. But in this episode, I am only going to be doing one game, which is going to be the kickoff. It's going to be the first game of the League 2 season. But every episode after this is going to have 2 games in, no matter what. We are going to be on world class difficulty, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. But let's quickly read these. I don't really need to read that. The main one I want to read is this: division and expectations. So youth development, sign one player to youth academy assigned to a midfield position, and then also with that youth player, maybe that player, play him in 5 games, either coming on with the sub or starting 11. That's fine. Sell out at least 50% of our league home games this season. If we start winning, we are high in the table, then I can see us doing that. Financial, need a margin, a profit margin of at least 8.8 million. That's actually quite a lot, so maybe a cup run would help with that. Domestic success, win the league title. Jesus, and reach the last 32 of the FA Cup, and then Continental. We're not in Europe. Okay, so now we've done that. One thing I am not going to do in this series is this training where I could choose 5 players for 5 drills each week. I could like get these good, but the way I think of it, the sooner I get them good, meaning more teams will want them, and I want to keep them. So we're not going to do that. So what I'm actually going to do right now is, unless I think of something that it's going to be before the game, the next time you see me is going to be the day of the match. So back in a sec. So here we are on game day to start off this career, first game of the League 2. But there is a few things I want to talk about before we actually get into the game. First one is, you're probably thinking, unless I've already said it, which I can't actually remember, if I didn't mention already, the reason why Lincoln City is the team that I've chosen is all of us who are in this team are from Lincoln. Like, we've been in Lincoln for years and years, and because obviously they've been added to this FIFA, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to do it. Second of all, I did go, if I go on calendar, I've seen our first cup match, which is actually at home to Nottingham Forest, which is actually quite local. Nottingham are actually not too far away. We're in Lincolnshire. Nottinghamshire is a neighbouring county, so that's actually a very good test. Obviously they're in the Championship. In real life they're actually doing okay, and in the Checker Trade Trophy, which used to be the Johnson Paint Trophy, we do have Bradford. Again, Yorkshire is north of Lincolnshire, so it's not actually too far, so these are very good teams to play against. But yeah, without further ado, we are going to get into the first match, and I'm just going to quickly prove to you that I am on World Class. So if you look at the top, we are on World Class. It's going to be a showers thing, and I'm just going to quickly talk you through the team. So I play 4-3-2-1, but I changed the centre mid to a cam. So that's what I'm going to be playing. We've got Jordan and Carl just behind me, so that's that midfield trio you'll see. We've got the best of Lincoln's actual players on the bench, and they will be coming off the bench to keep everyone fresh as well, because we've got the cup game in midweek, so we want to be playing in that. So the players that tire the most will come off as sub. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into that first match. So welcome to Wickham. It's rainy, but it's the first game of our career with Lincoln City, with ourselves in the game, which it actually took me quite a while to make. So without further ado, let's begin this and hopefully bag ourselves our first 3 points. Got it to Frazier, down the line to Ellis. Ellis across, but keeper gets to it and punches it away.
That's a good spot by the defender.
Jordan to Kyle. Kyle has an early shot. Oh, he's hit the underside of the bar. Very unlucky by Kyle Green in that central midfield spot. Ellis, can he get it through to Frazier? Frazier across. Oh, and James has headed it over the bar. It was a tiny bit behind him. If we watch the replay, tiny bit behind, but bad header. Should have scored to make it 1-0 to Lincoln City. Jordan down the line to Henderson. Early cross by Henderson. Ellis in there, and Ellis has scored the first goal. It's kind of weird because it's me, but I have to commentate as if it's not me. But James Ellis gets the first goal of the brand new Up the IMPS career. Good cross by Henderson, nice and early on his left foot, and then it's actually a very good volley by me. I didn't even know, I put my volleys quite low. Kept my head over the ball, hit it across goal, 1-0 to Frazier. Overlapping run by Henderson, puts another ball. Oh, Kyle with the diving header. Oh, got blocked, unlucky. Kyle has had a couple of good chances in this half. Got Ray, overlapping run to Mark. Deep ball, Frazier's header, what is that? What is that, Frazier, just before half time? But it is 1-0 at half time, thanks to me scoring the year. I know, I'm controlling it, but the thing is, what a run by me. I'm just saying. But anyway, it is 1-0. Let's get into the second half. Good little pass to Ray. To James, can he get it back to Ray? Ray, it's over the bar. Okay, we need to be taking these chances. The one thing I will say is I made Ray captain because I would honestly give it to Ray out to everyone without giving it to myself, obviously. Maybe I should be the captain. Maybe you guys decide. I don't know. But anyway, it is still 1-0. Let's see if we can get a second. Okay, this is a good opportunity to make some subs. I'm taking off Ellis, Green and Johnson. I'm taking off Ray just because he hasn't really done too much in the game. He had that chance a couple of minutes ago, but take them off, bring on Nathan Arnold, Adam Woodyard and Josh, is it Janelli? I think is it Josh? I don't know, but anyway, Marks down the right hand side, puts in a cross. Is anyone there? Can he head it back in? Giannelli, stopped! Oh, it's got saved. Great action straight after the substitutions. Come on, Lincoln. Oh, well done, Tom. What an interception that is. Giannelli's through. The give and go with Stocks. Uh oh. James, oh! I decided to go to try and give it to one of us. Maybe I should have just shot with Giannelli, but very close. Just can't get that second goal. Oh God, it is Akinfenwa. Well done, Louis, and that is the final whistle. We have managed to win our first game, as Lincoln said. I thought towards the end Wickham would push in, but unfortunately for them, they couldn't even get a shot away, really. But well done, Lincoln picking up their first 3 points. James Ellis with a winner. Let's get back to the career homepage and let's wrap this episode up. Actually, just before we do that, I'm just going to quickly look at the players' rate and see who stood out. I actually got man of the match. I got 9.5, which is decent. Obviously, I got the only goal a game, but I do want to give a special mention to Jordan and Kyle in that central midfield. Like Jordan getting an 8.4, Kyle getting an 8. I thought they were brilliant today. Didn't see much of Fraser, didn't see much of James really, except for those small chances. But if we look at like passes, Jordan got a very good passing, 15 out of 17, which is very nice. So I would honestly give it to Jordan, but because obviously I got the goal, I understand that my rating would have gone up. But yeah, let's get back to the homepage and wrap up this first episode of Up the Imps. And here we are back into the hub, and remember we do have that Nottingham Forest game in midweek, so let's advance to that and see if anything is going to happen in between now and then, and let's see what the squad is looking like going into that game, which is going to be next episode. Josh Giannelli, oh I did get it is Josh, right, he actually wants to play in this game. I'm sure he'll play some part. He came on, made a real impact, got one-on-one. Maybe I should have just shot with him, I don't know, but let's just quickly see the fitness squad. Oh, everyone's pretty much full except for Mark and Henderson, but they played very well in that first game. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this first episode of Up the Imps. I've really enjoyed playing. I can't wait to do more episodes and see where this career goes. Hopefully we can get all the way to the Premier League and win the Premier League and Champions League. Who knows? Also, one thing I will say is international jobs. If I were to get an international job, I would honestly only take England, because in the hope that I can put all of us like in the England team one day. But yeah, actually, is there anyone that's actually gone up any ratings? Oh, quite a lot have actually gone up to 67 rating from 66. I think Ray's gone up from a 68 to a 69, which is fantastic. But yeah guys, that's going to be it. Till next time, goodbye.